Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to another fitness video. Today we're going to be focusing on exercises that can be done with a chair, okay? So getting started, I want us to focus on engaging our core muscles. I'm going to start just by lightly tapping around the stomach area, waking these muscles up. I want you to think about flexing those muscles, so drawing your belly button towards your spine, keeping the stomach tight. Next, I'm going to have my hands on top of my chair. We're going to do a little bit of marching, okay? So still keeping those core muscles tight, pressing down on the chair like we're closing the trunk of a car. So we have pressure in the hands, pressure in the stomach, just lifting those legs up. We're going to do a few more alternating sides. All right, let's get 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead, shake it on out, shake it on out. Similar movement to what we just did. Now instead of alternating, we're going to do 10 times on one leg, focusing on one side, so just lifting the knees up. All right, let's get 10. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, shake it on out. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Remember, engage the stomach muscles, keeping them tight. Pressing down on the chair, we're going to lift the knee up 10 times. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, everybody. Perfect. All right, shake it on out. Okay, now we're going to be alternating, kicking our legs behind us. So remember our starting position, core tight, pressing down on the chair like we're closing the trunk of a car. Now we're going to keep those legs straight, alternating, kicking them back behind us. With this one, we're focusing on muscles in our hips. There we go. All right, just a few more. And we'll go 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake your legs out, shake your legs out. Okay, now focusing on one side at a time. I'm going to have a slight bend in my knee, kicking my leg back behind me. So we're not going to be extending at the knee. The knee stays slightly bent. The movement is here at the hips, going back behind. Okay, so let's get 10 reps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, everybody. Shake those legs out, shake those legs out. All right. Same thing on the opposite side. Knees bent, kicking the leg behind. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, everybody. Okay, next, now that we have our legs warmed up, I want to go over simple techniques for sitting down properly in the chair. We're going to go over sitting and standing. So, when sitting down into a chair, you want to back up until you can feel your legs touching the back of the chair. If the chair has arms on it, you could reach back for the arms of the chair and then begin to sit down. But if they don't have arms, you want to squat back reach for the seat of the chair, and then sit down again. Okay, so let's practice just sitting down from the beginning. So if you're coming from the side of the chair, you want to walk in front and then step to the side, okay? So you don't just want to come from the side and try to twist and hike your hips. Let's go over what to do from the beginning. Come from the side of the chair, do a side step over to be in front. Feel your legs in contact, and then we'll slowly sit back behind us, reaching for the seat of the chair, sitting down slowly. Very good. All right, let's practice just sitting down 2 more times, and then we'll practice standing up. Okay. So again, when sitting down, approaching the chair from the side, we'll do a side step over to be in front of the chair. We're gonna feel the contact between our body and the chair itself. I'm sitting my hips back behind me, leaning forward, bending at the knees, reaching for the seat of the chair. Very good. Okay, just one more time, breaking down the steps of sitting down, then we'll break down the steps of standing up. Okay, so last time. When we want to sit down, walk to the side, get in front of the chair. We're doing our side steps over. Feel our body in contact. We're going to sit the hips back, reach for the seat of the chair, and then sit down. Very good. All right, now that we've practiced sitting down safely in the chair, let's practice standing up. So in standing up, I'm scooting my body towards the edge of the chair. I'm leaning forward, thinking about bringing my nose over my toes. We're putting weight into our feet. And then again, if your chair has arms, you can use the arms of the chair to help push yourself up. But even if it doesn't, you can use the seat of the chair for a little boost. Standing up. Good. And we'll go back down. All right, so let's again break down the steps, sitting down, or in this case, standing up from the chair. So we want to scoot towards the edge. We're leaning forward, putting weight in the feet. I'm using my arms for extra power. And then boom, we're standing up tall. All right, let's go over some exercises that break down sitting down and standing up from the chair. So our first one will be some seated crunches. So I'm gonna cross my arms. I'm gonna keep my core tight as I lean back. Big breath out, leaning forward. While we're here, we want to try to keep our upper body, so imagining my back in a straight line as we lean back and lean forward. We don't just want to crunch and arch the back. We want to keep the back as one solid piece. So core tight, big breath out, leaning forward. Let's get 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay. Next, we're going to work our upper body muscles. So I'm going to use my arms to gently push me out of the chair. I'm getting my butt off of the seat of the chair. And then back down again. So not a really big movement, just the beginning part of standing up. So leaning forward, weight into my feet, nose over the toes, lifting my butt off of the seat, and then back down. So again, we'll lean forward, weights in our feet, using those arms to lift my butt, and then back down. feet, leaning forward, pushing myself up, back down again. All right, let's get 5 more. So we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and 1. Very good, everybody, very good. All right, we can go ahead and shake it on out if you need to. Okay, now we're gonna do some more core exercises while seated in the chair. So now I'm gonna lean forward, not lean forward, but I'm gonna scoot up in my chair more towards the edge. I'm leaning back, we're gonna have our legs straight. We're gonna flutter the feet up and down. Okay, know that you can always modify this exercise. You can start with both feet on the floor and alternate lifting them up in the air, okay? And if you have a slight bend in your knees, that'll shorten the lever arm, making this exercise easier to complete. So know that you have options for modifications to make. So whether your legs fully extended, not touching the floor, starting with your feet on the floor, alternating lifting them, or even having a slight bend in the knees, it's all the same movement. All right, so we're just keeping that core tight, fluttering those feet up and down. Let's go a little bit longer. We got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake those legs out, everybody. Let's relax. Okay, now we're gonna go for a twisting motion. I'm leaning back in the chair, taking those hands, twisting side to side. Let's get 3 more, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Very good, very good. Okay. Sticking with our twisting motion, I'm going to take my opposite elbow, going towards the knee. Twisting across, opposite elbow, towards the knee. Let's get 3 more, everybody. We're gonna go 3, 2, and 1. All right. Up next, we're going back to leaning back in the chair. All right, legs straight. This time we're gonna go over and under with the feet. You can always modify keeping that bottom leg on the floor the whole time. So whether both feet are in the air or one is on the floor, make the movement your own. Remember, keep those stomach muscles tight and don't forget to breathe, okay? If you take away anything from my video today, it's don't forget to breathe. The breath will guide you through the movement. I believe in you. Just a few more. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, go ahead, shake it on out. Shake it on out. All right. Last one, I'm gonna have us just holding those legs out in front of us, keeping the core muscles tight. It's what's called an isometric hold. So we're not moving at all, but we're having the muscles guide us through this position. And 3, 2, 1. And we can go ahead and relax, everybody. All right. Shake anything out. All right. Let's go over one more seated exercise, and we'll finish off on our feet with a few standing exercises, then we'll do a quick cool down. Okay, last one seated. We're gonna go for reverse crunches. So I'm gonna start with my heels on the floor in front of me. See, I have a slight bend in my knees. What we're gonna do is lift the knees up, crunching them towards us like we're making ourselves into a ball, and then extending back out again. Know that you can always modify this exercise just by lifting one leg at a time. Okay, so do whatever works for you, whether you're doing your legs individually or both at the same time. Let's go. Big breath out as those knees come towards us. Let's get 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, everybody. All right. We're going to go ahead and stand up. Oh, do we remember our steps for standing up? Leaning forward, nose over the toes, using those arms to help push ourselves up. I'm sure you remembered all of that. Okay. Up next, we're going to go over some squats to help strengthen the legs. So we're starting feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to sit my hips back, bending the knees. We're keeping that chest up tall, driving those feet into the floor to stand up. All right, you can always keep your hands on top of the chair if you need extra stability. Good. Big breath out as we're standing up. Let's get 3 more, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Shaking it out. We're going to finish off with calf raises. So again, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to lift our heels up and down. So 3 more, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, we'll start to cool it on down. Okay, I'm going to have us just twisting the arms across the body. Getting some good movement in the spine. If twisting bothers you, you can always take those hands, go side to side. All right, but if it doesn't, then we'll be twisting. Okay, now we'll slow down with this, everybody. Now we'll all go side to side with those arms. All right, let's slow down with this one. We're standing up tall, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, rotating the hips in a circle. All right, now let's go the opposite way. Stretch out the shoulders. I'm taking one arm, bringing it across the body, pulling my elbow towards me. All right, now we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Arm across the body, pulling the elbow towards us. Seated stretches. Okay. Once we're in the chair, I'm going to extend out one leg, pulling my toes back, leaning forward, feeling a stretch in the back of that straight leg. Let's go ahead and switch sides, everyone. Take one foot, placing it on top of the knee like we're making a figure four. And again, we're leaning forward. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides, everyone. Last one, I'm grabbing behind my chair, arms straight, leaning forward. All right, with this one, we're opening up the chest, stretching out the shoulders. All right, we can go ahead and relax, everyone. Thank you all so much for participating in this video with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and stay healthy.